Today I bring you to Landlease Happy Valley in Thika, where we have visited a farmer by name Jendongo. She has a total number of 4,500 layer birds, and she will be telling us more about her venture, which is now 8 years and still counting. Today we are here though with our vet technician, poultry vet technician, who will be performing debeaking and vaccination. They will be telling us why it is important for poultry farmers to carry out this operation to their birds. Sometimes back we asked you on our page to nominate someone you would want featured on one of our shows, and so many of the poultry farmers nominated Okutangura. So today we have committed to you. We have brought him on the show, and he will be bringing to you relevant information that will help you take your poultry farming venture to the next level. So Okutangura, how are you? Welcome to the show. We are so happy to have you today. Sometimes back, so many poultry farmers nominated you, and they wanted you to be on one of our shows. So maybe you can take us back. Why was that?
Okay, hello viewers. My name is Okutangura, vet technician. Today we are in Landlease in Thika. And the reason why maybe most farmers nominated me is because of the experience I have in poultry farming. And the other thing is that most farmers would want information, and the information that they get is not up to the standards, because in the past the government extension officers had the mandate to educate farmers and bring new information to farmers, but nowadays that is not that's not how it is. So me as a private veterinary practitioner dealing with poultry with several years of experience, I felt it better to come forward and explain to farmers things that they are not aware of, to just let them know of new practices, so that they get the information and they make their farming activities to be in the proper manner.
So today here at Jane Dongo's home, the reason why we are with Okuta and Eric, they are here to perform two operations like I had mentioned before. We will be doing debeaking and we will be doing vaccination. So maybe Okutangura, you can tell us, why should poultry farmers consider debeaking their birds?
Okay, debeaking serves so many methods, and debeaking can be both a good thing or a bad thing. It's a necessary evil. So the first thing with the debeaking, the first importance of doing debeaking is that it prevents cannibalism. It prevents cannibalism, and cannibalism can bring high losses to the farmer, because with the cannibalism, you lose so many birds as a farmer. Secondly, there's an issue of feather pecking. We also have egg eating. The birds that cannibalize each other can lead to losses, mortalities, high mortalities in the poultry house. So the first importance is to prevent cannibalism in birds. Secondly, it prevents egg eating. Third, it will prevent vent pecking. Another thing is that it will prevent wastage of feeds. Once we debeak the birds, there will be less wastage, because the beak is the sharpness of the beak is reduced, so there will be no wastage of feeds. So at the end of the day, the farmer benefits. Yes.
And now Okutangura will be telling us, why should we do vaccination, and at what stage should the chicken be vaccinated?
Okay. We have different types of vaccines, and we have different application methods of vaccination. So there are certain vaccines that are applied through the oral route. So the farmer puts the vaccine into drinking water, and the birds drink. They take the vaccine through the drinking water. There are other methods like injection, and by injection there are two types. We can have the subcutaneous injection, whereby the vaccine is injected under the skin. The other route of vaccine application is through the intramuscular route, whereby the bird is injected on the muscles, either the breast muscles or the thigh muscle. So this particular vaccination that we are going to do today is known as the Newcastle. This is the Newcastle vaccine, and the application method is through the intramuscular route. we are going to inject through the thigh muscle. That is what we recommend today. So vaccination, the importance is to prevent serious diseases. There are some diseases, especially the viral diseases, which leads to high economic losses. For example, the Newcastle itself is it could kill close to 30 to 50% of your, or even 100% of your flock. So once we do it, this particular vaccine, once we do it, we'll repeat it after another year. So it's known as a killed vaccine, and it stays in the body for close to a year. Yes, and there's another type of vaccination. Okay, the Newcastle could also be applied through the oral route, but we have to boost it after every 3 months. Since it's a live vaccine, we boost it after every 3 months. But this particular one, since it's a killed vaccine, we boost it after 1 year.
Alongside Okutangura today, we have Eric Sadera, who will be working with Okutangura today. It's quite a tasking operation they have ahead. It's 4,000 bats which need to be debeaked and vaccinated. So we have Eric, and he will be introducing himself to us so that we get to know him better.
I'm a practicing veterinary practitioner based in Thika, currently doing both animal feeds from the nutrition aspect, across to treatment, vaccination aspect, and also to farmers education and passing of information to the farmers. Of course, I'm doing it on a private mission. Tried it in other governmental institutions, but it didn't work well. So we are doing it with Okuta. We have been doing it for the last almost now 3 years. We have been working with him for some time now. So all this we are doing maybe to enlighten the farmer on what other aspect of poultry rearing they are supposed to know. For today, we are going to do something called debeaking. Of course, debeaking is to reduce the length of the beak for the bird, as Dr. Ongura said earlier, that maybe if you reduce the beak, it will reduce in losses, especially in egg cracking, vent pecking, and all those feather pecking. All those are major things that maybe affect the production of a bird in the house. Also today we are going to do vaccination. There is something called Newcastle. It's a disease of concern. It has been there globally, locally. It has been affecting farmers. But today we are going to carry out that vaccine called the intramuscular injection for the vaccination of the Newcastle. Of course, Newcastle is a disease maybe is all known all over because it is of a great effect. Mortality rate are almost 100% for birds that are affected. But the birds that recover sometimes become carriers and maybe have persistent the same virus in their body, so they may have it over time. So today we are going to vaccinate birds here, and hope you'll join us in the exercise. Yes.
So you have heard from Okuta and Eric. They are ready for the task that they are going to perform, that they will be performing in a short while, and we will be showing you the processes. And with us also is the farmer who has allowed us to come here, and her name is Jane Dongo. Yes,
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself so that we get to know you better.
Okay, my name is Jane Dongo, and I am a farmer. I've been here for the last 20 years, and we started farming, poultry farming as by the way, and we started with this plot, with this house, and then we built this other one, and we started with poultry. We started with 1,000, but currently we have around 4,500 because we have chicks 1,100, and then there are 8 weeks. Then we have others that are the ones that we are debeaking today are 2,000, and then we have others that are laying that are 1,400. Yes.
So Jane is going to tell us why she found it necessary to have her birds debeaked and vaccinated today. So Jane, maybe you can bring us to date. Why did you consider debeaking your birds?
Okay. Okuta has been my vet for a very long time. I met him in an agro-vet, and he used to give me the information. But when he started practicing with the farmer, I saw he's good because he's able to diagnose the diseases. And so we agreed with him that he should be coming into my farm to check how the farm is and to be vaccinating and debeaking. And today we are debeaking against Newcastle. Some 2 years ago, I lost 1,000 birds due to Newcastle at 4 months. So to avoid the losses, I was told that you have to do the internew vaccine at 5 months. So I am doing that today so that I avoid the losses. And then the debeaking. We do the debeaking because when the beaks are too long, the birds have a lot of wastage. And then they also peck each other, and they also eat a lot of eggs. So when you debeak, they are able to, you are able to avoid the losses. Yes.